So, what are we doing today? Well, today I'm putting on a float on my horse's water trough. I told you at one time it's really these protein lickum tubs really have a lot of uses. And in the past, I had used a 55-gallon drum and put one of these floats on it, which it's true, it does have more capacity, but it tends to get really dirty with algae and things. And I put bleach in it, but at some point, you have to get the water out of it and scrub it down with bleach. And I just found this is just easier for a quick little watering source. Now, Dylan's got a lake and a pond to drink from, but I take it easy on him. He likes to drink when he has his oats in the morning, and so I just provide this as just in case. It's what they say, one is none and two is one. So the cats use it too, so it's a little insurance for me. So anyway, just to show you what I'm replacing, now this float here is a metal one, and I tend to like metal over plastic, but it had corroded so much that I tried to salvage it, and I couldn't get the brackets off, and these broke off, and then I couldn't even get the hose removed because of the hard water with the corrosion. And in the past, I had actually removed this because, like, many times a year or in preparation for every winter, I a lot of times put on new insulation on my hoses, which works down to a certain degree. It doesn't work down to like minus 25. Nothing seems to work for that. But anyway, we don't get that severe, generally speaking, here in Texas. So the way the kit comes are these brackets are off, and you place them either way you need them, and they provide the screws. So you put your brackets in these. They're like wing nut screws to attach it to the actual container or tub that you're using, and then you attach your hose, and you have to put the float in, and the float just is placed between where there's some holes recessed in this casing, and then you put a clip that's provided through the holes, and then you bend it down to secure it. And so as the water fills, the float gradually goes up, and then it'll shut off the water to the water source. So I have already attached the float, and I went with plastic because I thought I'd give it a try and see if the corrosion is less. So I placed some Teflon tape in my fitting, and I had to cut the hose off because I just couldn't remove the fitting from the old float. And then I couldn't remove it even from the faucet itself, so I had to cut it. So anyway, the last process is I'm just gonna put my insulation on and secure it back down with Gorilla Tape, and it lasts like really well. So since my horse doesn't play with things that hard, he doesn't put his hooves in the water or on the trough, he doesn't play with things with his mouth, not to the extent where he'll ruin something, I can trust that this will last a long time. The other older float lasted for 9 years, and it had gone through several winters where the whole 55-gallon barrel froze. So it certainly endured fairly well. Now, if you want to really cheap out, you can go ahead and try to use a toilet bowl float, and that could work as well. You're just going to have to fiddle with it a little bit more. And I've been happy with these floats, and so I just decided to buy one. The plastic one does run $7 cheaper than the cast aluminum, so I thought I'd try it out and see how I like it. And I have actually 2 of these. I have one in a very low trough for the geese, and it works out really well because I don't have to fill up the water all the time, and the watering tins that I was using in the past. So I'm pretty happy with them. It really makes my life a lot easier, and just so you're aware that this does exist. It's pretty old technology actually, but they come in really handy. So that's what we're doing today. Dylan thinks it's working just fine.